Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to get started. I know there's not very many people here, but I'm going to get started because I have a lot of information to get through and it's being recorded and it's going to go up on YouTube. So I'm just going to jump in and get going. I'm Jen Thomas. I'm the everything behind Fiber Goddess. Fiber Goddess is just me. All the samples you're going to see are me, all of the dyeing, the spinning, all of that is all me. And I'm coming to you today from Mohkinstsis on Treaty 7 territory, which is otherwise known as Calgary, Alberta. Um, which is really good news for any people in the US because my website is in Canadian funds. So that's an automatic bonus for any Americans joining in who, my website is all in Canadian funds. So that will help you out a fair bit because our dollar just really sucks right now. I also have my admin person is going to put it in the chat. I also do have a code today for you. It's Vogue 10. So Vogue, all in capital letters, 10. And he'll put it in the chat to save 10% on your whole order in the shop. So an extra bonus if you're American. There are some sale items. Please do not use the code for items in the sale and clearance section because they are really clearance. If you want to make more than one order, I will combine shipping and stuff. So I will work all that out on my end. If you end up paying for shipping twice by mistake, I'll refund. And I usually refund shipping overages as well. So um I've been knitting for 40 years. I know I look 20, so how can that be? I've been spinning for about 10 years, and Fiber Goddess is turning 7 years old this year. So, needless to say, I love all things wool and fiber. Inspiration, I get color inspiration from anything and everywhere. A lot of my colorway names are pop culture references, so obscure quotes or lyrics from songs or anything that I have a little file open on my phone that's constantly putting in inspiration. So sometimes the colorway comes from the title or the name or vice versa. So that's sort of how I get to it. Today, I'm going to talk about my different bases and what they can be used for. I'll show some samples. I'm going to start with just going through my most popular bases or the ones that I love the most too, that I hope other people will love. Yeah, I'm going to start doing that. If there are any questions, put it in the chat and I will keep my eye on it and hopefully catch them. If not, I'm just going to start going through. Like I said, I'm probably not going to have time to get through all of my bases. I do have bases all the way from lace up to super bulky. So make sure to browse all the way through the shop if you're looking for specific weight. Another note, my both of my fingering weight are both of my sock bases, my MCN base and my superwash merino nylon. I've also gotten sport weight gauge with them, and I have got an Aran weight gauge with my worsted base. So even though I don't have a sport and an Aran base, I've worked those for other patterns of that. Yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to start with my 17 micron Superwash Merino base called Downy. And if no one knows if you don't know what a micron is, it measures the softness of wool. So this wool is extra soft. So the lower the micron, the softer the merino or the any wool actually. So I'm just going to put some yarn here on the yarn cam. And these are just some samples of what to pull in here. There we go. There we go. These are some of my colorways. This one is called Two Pierced Nipples and a Black Tattoo. This one is called Ruffled Spirit, which is an Anna Green Gables reference. This one is called Swaddle Me in Corduroy, and it's true fall, awesome colors. And sorry for the salty language, as they would say on Ted Lasso, but this one is called Boss Ass Bitch, inspired by Rebecca on Ted Lasso. So these are just some of the colorways. This base is really good for honestly anything except socks, I would say. So, there's a little too much friction on in socks for a 17 micron, but I just finished, I don't know if you guys know this new pattern, the Ghostly Cowl. And I just finished this on my Hex the Patriarchy colorway, which is the dark one, and I Can Kill You with My Brain colorway, which is the lighter one. So yeah, I just finished this, so this is nice color. It's not blocked, so my color work does look a little wonky, but I finished it yesterday and wanted to show it because I'm the proud mama who wants to show off her knits. So yeah, so that's this is a cowl that I've knit with it. I've also knit mittens. This is the Moonstone Mittens pattern by Nicole Bracey. And these I've worn a bunch. It does pill like all wool pills, but this yarn holds up really nice for a super wash, for a super, like for a softer super wash, a softer merino yarn. And what else do I have here? The sweater I'm wearing actually today is also knit with my Downy base. This is my Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia colorway, and Fall of the Patriarchy are the colors on this. Works really nice for color work. This one is blocked, so you can see that it does it does lay nicely. And this sweater here is is knit with this too. This is my Despite All My Rage colorway. This is Fall of the Patriarchy, that nice golden yellow. This is Little Stinging Secrets. This one is Lady in Red. And the navy is Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia is that colorway. So yeah, this is a great base for kind of all of your everything you want to knit. Basically, I've knit hats with it. Anything. Yeah, it's kind of my favorite go to go to base for a lot of stuff. So those are those colorways. The next one I'm going to go through is Don't Tell My Other Bases. This one is my favorite go-to for fingering weight yarn. It's a really lovely MCN base. So it's 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. And it's a fingering weight So this colorway is called Persistent Resistors, and it's this deep dark purple. This one is called Don't Underestimate the Importance of Body Language. And this one, fun story, is my very first colorway that I ever dyed, and it's remained super popular through all of these years. So I don't think I'll ever get rid of it because she's super special to me, as is Ursula, the witch who said it. This is Despite All My Rage, which you saw in that last sweater. And this is Depths. Let's move this around. There we go. And this one is Depths of Despair, which is a really deep gray. It's a dark gray with lots of different nuances and variations throughout it. So yeah, this I knit. I have done socks with it. It's a super luxurious sock yarn. I have knit what haven't I knit in this base? I've knit so much with this base. It's a great, like I said, it's my go-to for a fingering, especially a fingering weight sweater. I've knit, this is the V-back tee by Knitosophy, and there's the back, but I knit it in that colorway, or these colors. The pink one that's in, as I drape my shirt on my head, this pink color is actually discontinued, but the one that I just showed for the last base, Boss Ass Bitch, would work really well in its place, or any of my other darker colors or anything. So yeah, so this is Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, and Don't Underestimate the Importance of Body Language, and Persistent Resistors, which are all over here on the yarn cam as well. So that's my t-shirt that I made with that. I've also, this is one of my favorite, I'm a spinner, so I wanted to show people what you can do with hand spun yarn. And there is hand spun yarn in the shop as well. So this is the Tiny Dancer sweater. So you can see it's really cool because it's a mosaic slipped stitch pattern, but you can see the really cool variegations. You could also use this with any sort of variegated yarn for the contrast. This one I used hand spun because, like I said, people are always looking at my hand spun suitcase and saying, what can I make with this? So I wanted to show people what they can make. The main color is 50 Shades of Feminism, which is kind of my go-to lighter gray color. So yeah, this pattern is from Lyrical Knits, if anyone is interested in. And now my favorite thing to do, which is also going to bleed into my next base, my favorite thing to do with this yarn is to hold it double with my lace camel silk yarn. So I am allergic to mohair and Surrey alpaca and, all of the fun, fuzzy yarns that everyone makes wonderful patterns for. And I just wanted to make them. So I brought in this camel silk lace yarn and I started holding it double. So I'm going to show you. So I'll show you this sweater that I made. This is my love note, and it's in my Lady in Red colorway, but I held it double with my lace weight. So with my MCN base and my lace weight camel silk. I'm going to put it over here on the yarn cam. I don't know if you can see. It's not quite as fuzzy as it's not quite as fuzzy as like, a Surrey or mohair, but it does have a little bit of that halo and it's super soft and super drapey. So especially for people who, like me, may be allergic to mohair or any of those other fuzzy yarns, this combo is it's a lovely alternative. And yeah, so this is the camel, and I'm just going to bring out my camel silk lace because it's just fantastic. So this is the natural color of the camel silk. So it takes colors super deeply. It's got this like, kind of light beige color. And here's some of my other colors. So this is the Night Lights Went Out in Georgia colorway. This is We Will Always Go Out Dancing, this great sort of teal greenish blue. And here it is on a variegated. This is Boss Ass Bitch again. So these are so this is the camel silk lace. Like I said, I use it as an alternative to mohair. Also, you get great yardage with it because it's 875 yards per skein. So it's a really great value, I think, for what you're getting. And where is, and I also made, I always forget the name of this, the Phantom Fuzz, which is by Park Williams, and she knit it with mohair, but I decided to try to do it in my camel silk lace, and it's a nice sweater. I wear it over tank tops or like a little black dress, anything sort of sleeveless. It's really great. And I knit this for someone, I'm like a 44 bust, one skein of my camel silk yarn, which is kind of awesome. So I think you might be able to, I don't know if you can see the halo just a little bit more on this one. So yeah, like I said, there's a little bit of a halo, but it's not overwhelming for sure. But it's also kind of nice as a replacement for mohair. So that's my secret weapon for all of us who are allergic to the fuzzies. I also have the camel silk base in a fingering weight as well, and it's called Cooper. And yes, I did that. So if I was hanging them on my wall in a booth, it would be Alice Cooper back to back. There's my my confession on my ridiculousness. So here is Cooper. This color here is Perfect Graveyards of Buried Hopes right here. This is Hex the Patriarchy, and here's that Lady in Red. You can also see how deep that Lady in Red colorway takes on the camel silk just because of that light um, the, the, the lighter base to start with. And where did, and that's the base that I made my clapetty with, which if anyone is following along, Knitty Magazine is actually holding a contest now to if you knit these and knit one and submit it, you have a chance to win a whole bunch of yarn from indie dyers, including 2 skeins of this camel silk fingering and the Don't Underestimate colorway from me. So there's that one. It's lovely. As you can see, the drape on this is just beautiful. It has such a lovely, lovely drape. And if you've ever had the pleasure of touching camel, it's really incredible to touch. It's so soft. So that is Cooper. Pages here. My next base that I'm going to show you it's my newest base, and I'm super excited about it. It's been really popular at my last couple of shows, and it is this lovely neon tweed fingering weight base. So it's about 437 yards per 100 grams. And as you can see, all of these lovely little neon tweed in it, which as an 80s child, I love the neon tweed. I'm not a big neon person, but the little pops of neon, chef's kiss for me. The fun part is it glows under the UV light. So as you can see, where we go, here we go. You can see that it's glowing. So, for all those times you're out at a rave or whatever, you can have a UV light. I knit myself this ripple bralette from Jessie May out of this yarn. And I'm excited because I go on a music cruise every year and there's a silent disco at the end of the night. So I'm going to wear my bralette to the silent disco and glow under all of the black lights. So yeah, so that's just a little fun base. Like I said, it's a really fun, yeah, it's just my newest one. It's fun. This colorway is We Will Always Go Out Dancing again, that teal boss ass bitch again. I really like that one. Depths of Despair, so you can sort of see, and then this is Persistent Resistor, so you can really see how the the tweeds really super pops on that one. So yeah, so there's those. Checking the time here. I've got a few minutes. I will try to get through a couple more bases and then I will talk other things. Actually, I'm going to mention first. I do have right now, it's up on pre-order. I do have, it's not necessarily an advent, but I'm a little bit on the witchy side of things. And I like to, I've been doing these self-care through the seasons witch boxes this year for all of the seasons. And so I'm doing a countdown, a 12-day countdown to winter solstice. So in each box comes your choice of either 3 skeins of yarn and coordinating colorways. Where is it here? Put this down here. Oh, there we go. The photos on here are the color inspiration for the boxes. So it is either 3 skeins of my MCN, the cash base that I was talking about earlier, or 3 braids of Polworth silk spinning fiber. So you choose if you want yarn or fiber. So there'll be 3 skeins of yarn. There'll probably be some little minis or bat lanes or roll eggs or something in there too, plus some witchy items, which are like, candles, crystals, maybe some lotions, maybe some spinning tools or knitting notions. It's just a cute little self-care package, and I'll package it up as a 12-day countdown for people if they want to. You can also open it up all at once if that's your thing. No judgment, you do you. I also put in a little guideline of how to use all of the ritual items or suggested rituals if people want to do that for solstice. And each one also comes with a customized tarot card pull reading for every person. So I put a little, yeah, just to give you a little what's coming up for you for the winter season. So those are all on my website right now, and they'll be shipping at hopefully before the end of November, just to make sure it gets to everyone before the countdown needs to start. So yeah, that's my winter solstice countdown, and I'm super excited about these colors and what I'm going to do with those. So they will be 3 separate colorways. So I've been doing them as sort of like a fade or coordinating 3 colorways to go in the box. So yeah, that's that. My next base I'm going to talk about is my worsted weight base, and it is such a lovely go-to sweater, depending where you live. I'm in Canada, so I love a worsted weight sweater in the winter because it's freaking cold here. So um, this is my Hexapatriarchy colorway. This one is called Whisper of Desire, and this is all cheap and debonair. And I'll show you some samples of what I have knit with my worsted weight base. This is a cowl in my Lady in Red colorway. It's the Nest cowl from Tin Can Knits. And I knit that. It was just one skein of Molly to knit that. So there's that. As I said, I have lots of worsted weight sweaters. This is the Bregne, I think that's how you pronounce it. I apologize to the designer, by Fiber Tales. But here is, you can find all of these patterns, but you can see there's a cute little herringbone pattern at the top of it. And it's a lovely sweater. This was knit in my Despite All My Rage colorway, and one of my favorite colors ever. And yeah, so there's that sweater. As I said, I've worn this one a lot, and this yarn is a really nice wearing yarn. This one, we're just gonna ignore the ends that I haven't, I know any makers will not judge me for the ends that are sticking out of my sweater. And this one is the Chroma by Jacqueline Cieslak, and you can see the different colors. So this color on the bottom is two pierced nipples and a black tattoo, which is dyed in the same method as the one that's up on the yarn cam now, the All Cheap and Debonair. So this sort of gives you an idea of what it knits, what that colorway knits up as. So yeah, so this is that. And I also did, because like I said, I have so many sweaters knit in my Molly base, and I have another one queued up right now. And this is the Willow Branch sweater by Tiff Nealon. And this is my Little Stinging Secrets colorway. The color's a little off on this camera, but it's like a deep, deep dark olive color. So yeah, so that's my Molly base. And the other base I wanted to show you is my go-to sock base. And I wanted to point out something on here. My sock base has a really unique construction. It's actually an 8-ply yarn. It's a cabled yarn. So as you can see, here's a strand of yarn, and it's plied with 2 4-ply cabled yarns. So it's a unique structure. It holds up really well. It's super durable. It's also super soft, so it doesn't feel like it's like a really high twist, kind of hard yarn, if you know what I'm saying. It's a really nice base, but it's got that really unique construction that leads to amazing stitch definitions in socks. Like amazing. It has really great stitch definition for, especially if you're doing cables or anything like that you really want to pop, or any sort of pattern or texture. This is a really great base for that. So this is called Emma, and she's my sock base. This is a limited edition colorway I wanted to show off. I have a few skeins left. I just had a show last weekend. It's called the Fiber Shindig. It's a local show. And we have fun here while everyone else is at Rhinebeck. We have our Fiber Shindig here. But this was a show exclusive that was called Mighty Fine Shindig, and I just have a few skeins of it left. So that's that colorway. This one is called What I'm Afraid Of, and it's a very gentle, almost watercolor yarn. It's got some tan, it has some teal, it has some sage, it has a little bit of yellow. You can really see how subtle that one is. It's a really nice, just subtle colorway. And this is I Can Kill You With My Brain, that I had knit those ghosts with earlier. So this is that one. Lots more colorways on the website. I wish I had the time to show them all right now. I don't. I apologize. There are tons and tons listed on the website. I have also done, this base is a sock base, but I wanted to show people that they could knit anything with it really. So this is the Sporty Shrug by Jacqueline Cieslak. Long, long, long sleeves. I'm a very tall person, so I have very long arms. I always have to add length to arms. But this is knit. This is the High Hopes Keep Letting Me Down colorway. And that's on my Emma base. And I also did this lovely Red Moon sweater base, or Red Moon sweater, I should say, in my Night the Lights Went Into Georgia, and a limited edition. The contrast, I mean, you can use really any like high contrast yarn with it. But yeah, that's made. So I wanted to show that even though it's a sock yarn, it's soft enough, it's next to Skin Soft, you can use it. You can wear anything with it. You can make anything with it really. So and just before the pattern again, the pattern is the Red Moon sweater. And it is by, I have it here. Where did it go? Oh, Born and Raised Knits. So if you search it up on Ravelry, it'll be there. So yeah, so that's my Emma base. As I said, just in case there are any spinners out there, I am also a spinner, and I have lots of spinning fiber available. I won't carry a spinning fiber that I don't want to spin. So I'm very particular with what kind of wools I bring in for spinning. This is this lovely, it's a 60-40 blend of Polworth and Yak. And it is just, it's pure luxury. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely base to spin from. If you haven't spun, if you're a new spinner, wouldn't really recommend it because Yak really does need some finessing and some extra twist while you're spinning. But yeah, this is don't underestimate the importance of body language on that one. I love this base. This is a gray BFL base, and it's a really lovely, it takes the colors super deeply because it has that sort of dark gray base. This is Boss Ass Bitch. I showed it a bunch on yarn earlier. I kind of wanted to show it on fiber because just because on this fiber, because of the way the gray base takes that color. I also have I have some fun Tweedy bases. I have over 15 different fiber bases to explore on my website. This is a fun tweed base with some tweed in it if you like some texture in your spinning. And this is my absolute favorite base in the world. It's 87.5% Polworth, 12.5% Tussa silk. And I get it blended, especially for myself. And it's blended, it's really well blended. So I know if you're a spinner, you sometimes get those like chunks of silk. It's not going to happen with this one. It's blended at least 5 times before it comes to me. So the silk is just blended so nicely that you can barely even tell it's there, but it gives that luster and the drape along with it. So that's that. I also have a few kind of shove stuff out of the way here before we run out of time. I also have some roll legs on the website for spinners. And I also have these super fun fiber boxes. And so I started doing these as a sampler box. So what it is, it's 6 ounces of spinning fiber, and it's 2 ounces of top, 2 ounces of Rolex, and 2 ounces of a bat. So you're getting the same fiber, same colorway, but they're done with different preps. So you can experiment with the different preps, see how the different preps affect the color and affect the final yarn. So that's just a different way. There's lots of different colors and different fibers. This one is gray Shetland and silk. And colorways, don't underestimate the importance of body language. And yeah, so there we go. It comes with over 6 ounces of fiber. They're $50 Canadian. And yeah, I think and yeah, don't forget the sale code Vogue 10. And yeah, I think I have like 30 seconds if there's any questions or anything to come up. As I said, I knew I had a lot of information to get through, so I apologize for talking at you for 30 minutes, but I know I'm a new face for a lot of people, and I wanted to get as much information about myself and my yarns out there as possible. You have a question? Yeah.
Jen, please. I blinked and I guess I wasn't paying attention. You showed a very beautiful drapey open um sweater, which you said you kind of wear over sleeveless things or so.
The
What
Phantom
was the,
the Phantom Fuzz by Park and Knit by Park Williams. Yeah.
and what was the pattern?
Phantom Fuzz is the name of the pattern.
Is the name of the pattern.
Is
Got
the
it.
name
And
of the
what did you,
pattern. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And I did it with my camel silk lace
It's
yarn.
I
Yeah.
was I'm really interested in that camel silk lace. And how much of it did you have to use for that, may I
For
ask?
that sweater was one skein.
I thought you said that. See,
Yeah.
I blinked and then I got confused. This
Yeah.
is
No, that's
beautiful. Thank you so much.
thank you for coming.
I
And
really appreciate everything that you're doing and that you showed us.
oh, thank you. That's what I'm here for.
And I'm shopping.
Fantastic. That's what I want to hear. All right. Thank you so much. And
Yeah,
I'm going to end it now because my time is up, but thank you for coming. If
absolutely.
anyone is watching this on YouTube after the fact and you couldn't make the live, if you have any questions at all, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, or you can email me through my website as well. So please don't hesitate to get in contact. I'm always available for questions. All right. Thank you so much for coming. Have a fantastic Saturday. Bye.